eyes were really opened. And at the same time, my mom had found a nutritionist, and we started cleaning up our diet. Not that our diet was bad, certainly, but my mother was a sugar addict, and so I was a sugar addict, and that really was the downfall. Not so much the quality of the food, which was really quite excellent, but there were those issues. We also had a gluten sensitivity, which I'm 50% Italian, so we didn't know that for a while either. But so at this time, we were actually doing a lot better with the passing out from low blood sugar, getting the sugar out of our diet. And I would bring this up to doctors at the hospital, and they're like, nonsense, it has nothing to do with anything. And it was a disparity because, of course, I was living it, and my mother was living it, doing better, and then doctors just kind of eschewing that and saying, no, there was no validity. And of course, that was a long time ago, and doctors know a bit better about diet, but I think, unfortunately, there's a lot that is not confronted, not discussed. Over the years, I've been doing this for 40 years, and over the years, I've definitely had conversations with clinicians who do conventional medicine, say, yeah, of course we know that dietary change is effective, but people won't do it. And just putting somebody in a category, so they don't bother to talk to their type 2 diabetic patients about their diet, or their obese patients too much about their diet, because they put them in the category of, well, they're not going to do it anyway. And that's untrue. I remember one time at a seminar, and I said to a clinician, I was like, well, my patients change their diet all the time. I don't find that problem. And he's like, oh, they're just lying to you. I still remember that, because it was like, oh my gosh, you're so convinced that yeah, they're just lying to me. That's why they're getting so much better. They're not doing anything that I recommend.